So we discuss here about electronic polarizability, that is charge by volume. Charge is minus ZE, volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here minus ZE refers the total charge in the sphere. So negative charge in the sphere, it is at a distance of x. So from this, charge is equal to sigma into 4 by 3 pi x cube. We got this relation from this relation, but here r and here x, that is without formation of a dipole and with formation of a dipole. So without formation of a dipole, we got atom radius r. After formation of the dipole, we got the displacement of the two charges, positive and the negative charge. So sigma into 4 by 3 pi x cube. So if we simplify this relation by substituting in place of sigma minus ZE by 4 by 3 pi r cube, then it will be get simplified by cancellations of 4 by 3 pi. So we get minus ZE x cube by r cube. Later, Coulombic forces. Already we know that Coulombic forces is the force applied between the two charges, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. First charge is electron charge QE and the second charge is the proton charge, that is QP. So by simplifying this relation with electron charge QE and the proton charge is plus ZE. So by simplifying this, we get minus Z square E square x by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Here Z is the atomic number, E is the charge, x is the displacement between the two charges, and r is the radius of the atom. So Coulombic forces depends upon all these factors. Coulombic forces depends upon all these factors. Later, already we learn about Fl is the Lorentz force which acts on the nucleus and Fc is the Coulomb force. Already we derived this relation, and if these two forces will be get balanced, then atom will be in the equilibrium condition. During equilibrium condition, so this Ze and Ze will be get cancelled. From that, we derive the relation for the electric field E, and after deriving the electric field for E, we derive the relation. It is in the form of minus ZEx by alpha E. Here 4 by epsilon naught. It is referred as the dipole momentum. If we correlate these two relations, then electronic polarizability relation is 4 by epsilon naught r cube. So electronic polarizability depends upon radius of the atom, and this 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant. So hence electronic polarizability is directly proportional to the cube of the atomic radius. This polarizability is about atoms. Later, next polarization which we learn is the ionic polarization. This ionic polarization takes place from the ions. Difference between atom and the ion is either gaining of electrons or losing of electrons. If atom gain the electrons, then it becomes negative ion. If atom lose the electrons, then it becomes positive ion. Next, when electric field is applied to the molecules, positive ions will be displaced by x1 and negative ion will be displaced by x2 to the positive side of the field. Then resultant dipole momentum is referred as product of charge Q, that is common charge, and the combined displacement of the two ions. Here x1 is the displacement of positive ion and x2 is the displacement of the negative ion. Later we study here restoring force constant. The restoring force constant is applied for the restoring force. When any change occurs, again another force acts in the opposite direction to get back into the original position is restoring force, and this depends upon the mass of the ion and natural frequency. Originally the force acting on any charged particle is EQ and the QRE, that is the charge, and if we take about the mass of the ion m omega naught square, and we have two types of ions, positive and negative ion. Let us consider small m as mass of the positive ion and capital M as mass of the negative ion. The combined displacement of both the ions is referred as x1 plus x2, and if we take common E by omega naught square, so we get 1 by small m plus 1 by capital M. So if we correlate this relation with